You want to save my soul? I'm telling you, girl, I sold mine.
No! No! No!
To the devil.
You know who I am, which is a problem. A problem that has to go away.
No, please, God, no! No! I don't deserve to die! No!
Everyone says that.
How it generally works in our department, we'll get an outline. When we get the first script, we then go through it and we basically notate all of the areas that very clearly screams visual effects. And then I go through it and spend a few days where I'm actually going through every scene and I technically break down how we're going to shoot it. Jed basically called me and said, hey, we're going to do Ghost Rider. I mean, it's a huge IP to get on a show like this, and being at 10 o'clock and being able to do all the extra things that I hope we're going to get to do, and the tone, you know, a little darker but still fun. It's going to be great.
So, you've got the devil inside you too.
Technically, I designed a hood that has LEDs on it. It's powered up and has a flicker. It actually can adjust different color temperatures. So we have something yellow that actually works very nicely and gives a flicker, so the jacket is lit up, because it would be lit up if he were a light source. So then we open it up more so I can get more of Gabe's face, and I have tracking markers on there. And really it's about trying to get Gabe's emotions, what he's sort of expressing through his face, and apply some of that to the eye orbits and all that kind of bit of business. To me, it was about having a character that the audience can actually connect to, can actually, you know, relate to, can feel. And so therefore it became about what kind of things can I add into this? Like the little burning coal eyes, the fact that the eye orbits, you know, squash and stretch for expression. The fact that this area here essentially works like exhaust pipes. We started using motion capture last season, a little bit on season 2 as well. We ended up cyber scanning Gabe, and that's where we take him and we make a digital representation of him that's a 3D character. The beautiful thing about motion capture is that if you're an animator trying to just animate a digital double and getting all the nuances, the weight shifts, the little micro movements, it's very hard to sort of make that come through on just typical character animation. So the motion capture enables you to capture all of that stuff. So anyways, yeah, so that's sort of the process with visual effects and with Ghost Rider and all that we're doing this season.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So new Ghost Rider trailer where he name drops the devil. So very important. Let's break it down. So the big thing here is that episode 2 is called Meet the New Boss. Now the A story is really like introducing the new director of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Jason O'Mara character. But I think like the B meaning, because we have all this Ghost Rider footage, is that you're going to learn about the new boss of the streets, as well as Ghost Rider's boss, like the Ghost Rider persona, or maybe even Mephisto. Because like I talked about Mephisto in my Marvel Phase 4 video yesterday, because the actor who plays Ghost Rider is talking about him. Mephisto appeared in the Ghost Rider movie. He's important for a number of big Marvel Avengers stories, including the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. So everybody's just wondering what Mephisto's status is in the MCU. And even though they don't say a whole lot, Marvel actually does know each exact character that they're capable of doing in their movies. The Russos said that like when they were plotting out Infinity War, they had boards on all the walls of this specific room with people that were alive and people that were dead. Current status of everybody from like the most minor of characters, like Galaga Man from the first Avengers film, all the way up to Thanos, and even the new big A-list characters that they have not rolled out yet, like Captain Marvel. So like we're all wondering about Mephisto. Marvel knows, but they usually like to be quiet about stuff like this and just let people speculate, just to err on the side of caution. Like usually they can be more effective when they don't confirm or deny things. They just kind of let like the fandom just have fun with it. But it remains to be seen whether or not Mephisto makes his presence known during Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But the way Ghost Rider talks about it in this footage, he talks about selling his soul to the devil. that's actually a bit of a twist on his comic book origin story. So one, either they're changing his comic book story just a little bit, and like, you know, he ends up dying in a street race to try and raise money for his brother's condition to help support his brother who's, you know, in the wheelchair. Or two, he only thinks he sold his soul to the devil, and it's like a twist, and like the person he sold his soul to is somebody different. So just remains to be seen, but the whole idea of episode 2 is just showing you the characters that were only mentioned in the first episode. So it's like, you know, pulling the curtain back a little bit more. So on the lighter side of things, one, I'm hoping that we find out the name of the new director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, is he gonna be the Jim Hammond original Human Torch? And two, on the darker side of things, learn a little bit more about what the TV show is doing with this version of Ghost Rider. Because just like the Marvel movies and the Netflix series change little things about comic book backstories, like the idea with the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, like the real Mandarin is out there somewhere, so even if they don't go with Mephisto on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the origin of this Ghost Rider, which wasn't necessarily the way it happened in the comics, that doesn't mean that Mephisto is not inside the MCU. But it seems like everybody's really jazzed up about Ghost Rider. It's amazing how much a flaming skull with good special effects can turn people around. Like before the season came out, everyone was kind of 50-50 on this version of Ghost Rider. They're like, oh, you know, Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch, they're my favorite Ghost Rider. But then we see Diego Luna, who's the actor that's playing Ghost Rider. That's his name in real life. And he just rides in Fast and Furious style like a boss. Everyone's like, oh yeah, this is awesome. This is gonna be a lot of fun. But let me know in the comments, do you guys think that they'll be like super accurate to this version of Ghost Rider in the comics? Or do you think they'll roll big and try to tease Mephisto? Now, I'm not expecting the actual devil to make an appearance anytime soon. You know, this is all about introducing the Ghost Rider character. It's all about his arc, learning about his family, why he became Ghost Rider, what is S.H.I.E.L.D. gonna do about him, because he's something way beyond, way more powerful than the Inhumans they faced so far, with maybe the exception of Hive, just because of the way his power worked. But, you know, for now it seems like Ghost Rider is mostly going to be an antagonist until something worse comes along, which is really like where this mystery spirit comes in, which doesn't really appear in the trailer, so I don't know how big it's going to be in episode 2. But just look out for some of the fun that they have with making you think that there's conflict inside of each of these groups. Like Ghost Rider conflict, even though we know he's probably going to end up being a good character, in conflict with the new director, who actually seems like a really good person, who's just a super hard ass. But congratulations to this week's giveaway winner, Booyah. Awesome name. I always like names that double as expressions. You win a gift certificate for the Captain America Civil War Blu-ray. Just be sure to private message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact details. So there isn't a whole bunch of crazy Marvel news today, so I'm probably going to be doing DC later tonight, but the rumored Spider-Man Homecoming trailer is still a couple weeks away. Haven't heard any crazy news about that recently, but there is some Mary Jane stuff, so I might do a new Spider-Man Homecoming video this weekend. But if you have any Marvel video requests, just leave them in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to get everything. There's been reports that there's going to be a bunch of new Doctor Strange footage next week, so there should be some cool Marvel stuff dropping really soon, besides the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Luke Cage stuff that's happening next week. While you guys wait for that to post, you can click here for that Ghost Rider Episode 1 video, and you can click here to learn all about Mephisto, Dormammu, and Marvel Phase 4. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.